if I could just like get some stuff out of the way, then this setup would definitely work. Why are you blurry? Hey everybody, Tytiarie here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tytiarie and welcome. And yet again, I have some stuff right there. My baby girl's bed set and stuff. Okay, I ain't even gonna explain it. It's just gonna be back there because maybe I should move it. It just took so long for me to get the camera and everything straight. It took forever. Like, I'm sitting here like I never recorded in my bedroom, so it was just like I have to do this, and I am not trying to get up again, so that stuff just gonna have to stay there. But anyway, today's video I'm going to be talking about the symptoms that I had, well, the early pregnancy symptoms that I had. Not really the ones that are possible, but I can also do a video about what is possible. Well, what early pregnancy symptoms are possible. I'm just going to talk about the pregnancy symptoms I had. I have a notebook here with all the like symptoms and things that I had, so I just quickly wrote them down yesterday. So I'm just going to go ahead and just like talk about the pregnancy symptoms I have. And so every time I come on here, I'm choking. So when I was pregnant with my daughter and my son, I kind of had like the same pregnancy symptoms with both pregnancies, except with my daughter it was I had one extra, like I had a couple more symptoms that I did with my son. So if you didn't know, my first pregnancy is my baby girl. When I was pregnant with my baby, well, before I found out I was pregnant with my baby girl, I had some noticeable symptoms, but the crazy thing is a lot of the symptoms does match up with those symptoms of a period. So it's kind of hard to tell sometimes unless you just know your body, unless you missed your period, or if you're just testing frequently, then you should know. So the very first symptom that I noticed with my daughter was the discharge. That was the very first symptom. I had like, it wasn't a clear discharge. It had like a little bit of a color, but it wasn't anything alarming. It didn't have no smell or anything like that. It was just like regular discharge, just a little teeny bit of color to it. And I know that was like days before I even started, well, days before my period was supposed to come on. All right, so another symptom that I started to have, and this is with my daughter. So the first symptom for me was the discharge. Then I started noticing I was a little bit nauseous, like certain things, like I couldn't eat certain things. And I know it's like really soon, like I know most people say, oh, well, you can't have symptoms of pregnancy before your missed period. Well, I had symptoms before my missed period though, but I was having nausea. So like certain smells, certain foods and stuff was just a no-go for me. Nope, just couldn't do it. Also, this symptom is very alarming to some, and I completely understand why. I can go back to see what kind of symptoms I had with my miscarriage, because I think that this was one of them. But with my baby girl, I had some cramping, but it wasn't too intense. And then I started having spotting. So I felt like my period was coming on. That's just kind of how it felt. Like it was just like those mild cramps that kind of come before your period start. And then I started having a little bit, like it was like a little teeny bit of pink. And it happened after TMI. It happened after my husband and I had sex, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know, but yeah, I had a little, just a teeny bit of pink. It wasn't nothing like too alarming. It wasn't a gush. It wasn't like a whole bunch of blood or anything. I wiped. It was like a little bit of discharge with some pinkish reddish. And that was the last I seen of it. Yeah, so once I started having those symptoms with my baby girl, I kind of knew. I was just like, I just feel like I could be pregnant. But I was like, no, because me and him been trying for so long. Then we had a miscarriage. And I was just like, there's no way that I'm pregnant. It's probably just whatever happening. And then if I'm not mistaken, yeah, then I missed my period, and I was like, okay, something may be up. And then lo and behold, come to find out, I was actually pregnant. So I did have the same symptoms of a period for pregnancy, so that's interesting. And so with my son, it was pretty much the same thing. With my son, I had that discharge, but it's like I felt like I knew I was pregnant only a few days after the due happened. It's like I already knew. I was just like, oh my god, I just feel it. And I don't know, maybe it's because I was 5 months postpartum and I was just so much in tune with my body. I don't know, but I just had a feeling. I was just like, look, I'm pregnant. Like, I just felt it. But I had that same discharge, same nausea, and the cramps. But this time with my baby boy, I did not have any spotting or anything whatsoever. It was just the cramping that happened, but without the tinge of kind of like pink reddish blood. So the cramps started getting very, very intense, and so I was like, okay, maybe it's just a period, I don't know. I think I checked my app or something. I did something, and I was like, okay, yeah, my period late, I need to take a pregnancy test. And my husband kept saying, you're not pregnant, you're not pregnant. I'm just like, no, I just feel it. Like, I just know I'm pregnant. Like, I can feel it. I just know. Like, but I'm gonna also, this is the symptoms that I just mentioned was basically the symptoms before the missed period. I'm gonna mention some of the other symptoms that I had. So this was like right when the period is missed. So these are the symptoms that I had. It's only 2 more, but I had many other symptoms because I have it in my book. So I'm gonna share that, like first trimester symptoms, second trimester symptoms, third trimester, things like that. I'm gonna share that as well, but in different videos. But 2 other symptoms that I had with the missed period is the metallic taste in my mouth and eating habits. So the metallic taste that I had in my mouth, I only had that with my daughter. I did not have it with my son at all. Like, I didn't even, like, it wasn't even a thing. I do know, like, with my son, it was harder to brush my teeth a little bit. Like, it was a little bit, like, too much nausea. It was just too intense. Like, it was too much. And also with my eating habits. So when I'm pregnant, when I was pregnant with my daughter, I wanted to eat healthy stuff and not eat as much. So that's why I lost a lot of the weight when I was pregnant. I didn't want to eat too much, and the things that I was craving wasn't even like the typical things you crave when you're pregnant. Like, most people crave like sweet stuff and savory and fried chickens and things like that. No, I wanted fruits and vegetables. That's all I really wanted. That's all I really could stomach, really. But with my son, I have it in my pregnancy book, so I'm gonna have to, once I do the other videos, like the trimester videos, then I'll share like the specific things that I actually craved. With my son, it was a little bit different. I did crave like more like the junk, to say the least. I really craved those kind of things when I was pregnant with my baby boy. But yeah, that metallic taste in the mouth, I thought it was like a fake thing. Well, not a fake thing. I thought it was a thing that wasn't that serious, and it isn't. It really isn't that serious. It's just that you could just taste it. Like, you just know it's there. It's like, ew. I did not like it at all, but I'm so thankful I didn't have it with my son. But those eating habits, it changed a lot when I was pregnant versus my daughter versus my son. And I'm also going to do a video of my pregnancy symptoms, boy versus girl, because it is a total difference. I'm just sharing like the little small things. If there are mothers out there that's trying to figure out like if they're pregnant, is it possible, blah blah blah, this video will help those mothers. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of the symptoms that I did have. This video shouldn't be that long. I hope it's not, but just a quick rundown. The discharge, it was the it wasn't anything like yeasty or anything like that. If you having symptoms of that, definitely seek a doctor. Let them know what's going on, but it wasn't anything like that. It's just like a little bit of color, a little bit liquidy, kind of thick, kind of mucusy. That's kind of how it was. It was like a mucusy kind of discharge. Also had some nausea. It wasn't too intense in the, like, before my missed period, but you can definitely tell a difference. I was having some nausea. Like, and later on when I do my other videos, I'll get deep down into that nausea thing, because that was no joke for me. But yeah, I'm just going to skip over that for now. I had the spotting. Do not be alarmed when you have that spotting. That spotting is definitely normal, as long as it's not like strong like bleeding or something, then you should be okay. Like if it's just a tinge and it just goes away, or some people even have a little bit more blood, or a little brown to red, or pink to red, or like I did, pink to red. So it just really depends on your body. You know, your body will definitely tell you if it was a miscarriage or a chemical pregnancy going on. And with that spotting was the cramping, and the eating habits, that completely changed. I can definitely go into detail with that later as well. And that metallic taste, ugh, it was gross. This has been a fun video to record, because I love talking about pregnancy things, especially being a young mom and things like that. I really enjoy talking about pregnancy and breastfeeding and labor and newborn. I'm sorry if y'all can hear that. It's some. But yeah, so those were the symptoms that I had before my periods. If you had any if you had certain symptoms before your missed period or things like that, definitely let me know. I know it's different for each person, so I definitely would like to hear your symptoms and your stories that you had, even your miscarriage stories. Definitely share with me. I'm definitely going to interact with you, and I'm looking at my comments as well, so I'm definitely going to see what you have to say in regards to that. But again, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that this video was helpful to someone. And again, my name is Tytiana, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.